power. Maximum earth-shaking power. Modified 4x4 trucks. And supercharged two-wheel drive dynamos. Multiple supercharged high-performance engines, up to 10,000 horsepower, fighting the drag of the big sled. When you feel the power vibrating through the ground, you know the Redman TNT All-American Pulling Series has come to town. It all began as a dare. Today, the challenge remains the same. TNT drivers travel thousands of miles each year to see who will be able to make that last 50 feet. It's the fastest growing motorsport in the country, and you're about to see why. This week, we take you to one of the world's largest outdoor pulls for the running of the world's largest pulling machines. It's big 11,200-pound modified tractors, pulling in a championship Clash of the Titans at the 21st Annual Pulling Championship in Bowling Green, Ohio. We'll be right back with our first pulling event.
TNT's World of Power roars into your living room with explosive home video action. It's the stars of the Redman TNT All-American Pulling Series, plus the country's hottest and meanest car-crushing monster trucks, and the grime and glory of mud racing, all on one VHS video cassette. Send check or money order for $24.95 to this address, or charge it to your Visa or MasterCard by calling 1-800-227-3167.
Once every 4 years, something happens in this country. Once every 4 years, the Olympics come to America. And once every 4 years, we all come together. Budweiser is proud to help bring the Olympics to America. Good picture. And Americans closer together.
The symbol of excellence, the legendary Rolls-Royce Silver Ghost, now recreated by Franklin Mint Precision Models in the official die-cast model authorized by Rolls-Royce Motor Cars Limited. The 1907 Silver Ghost, only one was ever built, and now it's recreated in an incredible model, hand-assembled from more than 127 pieces. Each feature is authentic. The removable spare tire, protectively coated sterling silver-plated trim, pedals, instruments, and engine details precise to the very last spark plug. A stunning collector's piece for home or office. To order, call 1-800-453-1500. Use your credit card or mail $30 and be billed the balance in 3 payments. The imported Silver Ghost with certificate of authenticity. Call 1-800-453-1500. The Rolls-Royce Silver Ghost.
There's nothing quite like owning a Rolls-Royce.
As we join this week's event in progress, 6 have already qualified for the pull-off, including Leo Kay in the Driller and Bruce Hutcherson in the Macon Bacon Special.
How was the track pulling when you came off the line?
Real good. It hooked up real good. I think you're going to have a super good biting track here. A good typical Bowling Green Ohio track.
We wish you a lot more luck tomorrow when you'll be able to get fixed and come back.
Okay, thank you a lot.
Backing up to the big sled for the next run is Wayne Longnecker at the wheel of the River Rat. Typical of the diversity within the modified tractor class, the River Rat is powered by 2 big Allison V12 fighter plane engines. Wayne will have to fly the sled out of here to get into the pull-off. Not a bad run for Wayne Longnecker, but the River Rat is damaged and leaking oil. Let's find out why.
All right, we're down here at trackside. The tractor's literally puking a lot of oil out from underneath the River Rat. It looks like they might have blown a motor. Let's try to get a word in with Wayne Longnecker up here as they try to get him unhooked. Wayne, what happened out there on the track?
I really don't know. I just a lot of oil on the track. I don't know what happened.
It looked like a blown motor?
I hope not.
He hopes not. I certainly concur with him. Your Allisons were really running good as you came down the track.
Well, it sounded pretty good. I don't know if that'll be good enough to win, but we'll did the best we could do.
All right. Well, good luck. Well, just as we had suspected, Wade Longnecker blew that back Allison aircraft engine, probably about an $8,000 break. This is going to be a tough class tonight. The dirt is in prime condition for good, powerful pulling. It's also the heaviest weight class of the TNT Redman Championship pulling circuit, 11,200 pounds. We're bringing up the big boys, the guys with the 5- and 6-engine tractors, the twin Allisons. It's going to take power. They're going to have to hold their equipment together as well. Let's watch and listen as we now bring up the triple-engine tractor of John Hallman right now.
More than 45,000 spectators have gathered here at the Wood County Fairgrounds for this motorsport extravaganza, one of the top outdoor events of the Redman TNT All-American Pulling Series. 2 pulling tracks offer the kind of non-stop action that brings in truck and tractor enthusiasts from all over the country. Veteran puller John Heilemann is getting ready for his run in Old Red. John has won many honors in his long career, including Puller of the Year in 1979 and 1984. Let's see if he can work his way into the pull-off. Heilemann has a hard time keeping it on course. If he could have straightened that run out, he might have been able to make a full pull. Those 6 big Chevy engines are the trademark of the Banter brothers. Legends in the world of pulling, Dave and Ralph Banter built their own distinctive 6-engine pulling rail, and they have 2 of them entered in this event. Their first run in the Banter Brown put them in the pull-off. Now they'll try again with Mr. Chevy. Dave Banter is at the wheel. They're hooking him up now, and he's almost ready to go. A full pull. Toward the end of the run, the sled was really pulling him around, but Dave Banter shows that his machines have the power to go all the way.
All right, Dave Banter, for a while, that last 50 feet, it didn't look like you were going to make it. Tough sledding.
Yeah, the track got a good bite there in one side, and I had to fight the brakes quite a bit. I think it was a good run. I think it'll take a good run to get it out. It was last 50 feet pulls hard.
Five fully aired Rodak dragster motors, 3 up the middle and 2 mounted at a 90-degree angle to the rear motor. That's the setup on Pat Freels' Dollar Devil. This super pulling rail, like many others here today, was designed and built by Tim Engler. A puller himself, Engler's state-of-the-art machines are in high demand. But it will take more than horsepower to get into this pull-off. It's going to take a puller who can push his machine to the limit, all the way down 300 feet of Bowling Green track. And if anyone can do it, it's Pat Freels. He's one of the favorites in the 11,200-pound division. They're hooking him up now. Let's see if he can go the distance. A super run by Pat Freels, but he's 11 inches short of a full pull. A real disappointment for Pat, and our first upset today in Bowling Green. You've seen the Allisons, the Chevys, and the Rodaks, but you ain't seen nothing till you've seen Gary Mills in one to go. This unique pulling rail is powered by a modified jet turbine that puts out 3,000 horsepower of pure pulling muscle. Gary is the last puller with a chance to make it into the pull-off. He has to go the full 300 feet to stay alive in Bowling Green. A disappointing run for Gary Mills as the big turbine runs out of steam at the 151-foot mark.
All right, after a big weekend of pulling, have you learned anything about your new tractor here, Gary Mills?
It's really a tough track out here. We're going to have to go home and do some research and do a little bit more gearing.
All right, we call them jet turbine engines, but they're really not jet engines. They're turbine engines. Tell us the difference very quickly.
The jet turbine, like we're running here, has a shaft coming out the back. A straight jet is strictly through the exhaust. There's no output shaft like we're running.
Just like we'd have at the airport. Well, you two, you've had a tough weekend here. We wish you a lot of luck tomorrow.
Thank you, Dave.
All right, Gary Mills from Falstead, Maryland.
A definite field of 6 is set for the pull-off.
Once again, a very exciting moment here at the Budweiser National Tractor Pulling Championships as we go to the pull-off here in the 11,200-pound open. It's going to be a battle of the big boys, and this is the way the guys like to see it. You're looking at 7 tractors all together in the pull-off. The Banter brothers will have 2 tractors with 6 engines each, and there'll be 5 other tractors with 5 engines each. So we're looking at just an awful lot of horsepower out there, thousands and thousands of horsepower. They'll run David Banter 1, the Walsh boys will be number 2, Phil Patterson 3, Fred Freeman will be number 4, Leo Kay will be 5, Bruce Hutcherson 6, if he can come back and run with a broken motor, and then David Banter will be the final tractor in the pull-off here. It's going to be a dandy of a show. Coming up next.
These are the pros, world champion billiard players. Larry Viscotti, the Prince of Pool. Mike Siegel, Captain Hook. Jim Mattia, Pretty Boy Floyd. And Jim Rempe, King James. Together at one time to bring you the most outstanding...
ESPN is now the proud home of Motor Week Illustrated, America's first and foremost weekly racing news show. Keep pace with the racing action on television's fastest half hour. If it goes fast, catch it on Motor Week Illustrated.
6 have survived to face each other in the pull-off. Dave Banter of LaFontaine, Indiana in Mr. Chevy. Dave Walsh out of Mauston, Wisconsin in the Irish Challenger. Phil Patterson from Richfield Springs, New York, and the Chrysler-powered Sassy Massey. Waitsville, Indiana's Fred Freeman at the wheel of the Mean Miss Creeder. Leo Kay from Lewis Run, Pennsylvania, and the 5 big Rodaks aboard the Driller. And Dave Banter aboard his second rig, Banter Brown. Bruce Hutcherson made it into the finals, but was unable to repair the damaged Macon Bacon Special in time for the pull-off.
Bruce Hutcherson, it doesn't look good. At 100 feet, we saw tons of parts coming out from underneath. By the time you got to the other end of the track, 300-foot line, you had plenty of oil gushing out. It looks like one of the motors has completely gone away.
Yeah, it looks like a top motor threw a rod out, and it threw a rod out and quit running, so it wasn't going to hurt it any worse. It just threw a few parts more out of it, so
you ran down the rest of the track on 4 engines.
Yeah, I guess it might have been helping a little bit, but yeah, basically on 4.
During the past 20 years,